So let's practice a couple problems. Let's practice factoring them, which means as a student, we're saying take these trinomials and break them up from ax squared plus bx plus c to two sets of parentheses. So this line right here is the factored line, okay? So in the first one, we want to ask ourselves what multiplies to positive 21 but adds to negative 10. Well, let's list all our multiples of 21. So we have 1 and 21. We have 3 and 7. Now, how do we multiply to a positive number but add to a negative number? Well, to do that, if both numbers are negative, you'll see that negative 3 times negative 7 gives me positive 21. But we'll also see that negative 3 plus negative 7 gives me the negative 10. So I know my factored form will be x take away 3 times x take away 7. Let's prove that through FOIL. So first is x squared. Outer is minus 7x. Inner is minus 3x. Last is negative 3 times negative 7, which is 21. So we check our work and we get back to the beginning. So we're good on that one. Let's take a look at our second one. In this one, we want to multiply to negative 18, and we want to add to negative 3. Well, how do you multiply to a negative number? To multiply to a negative number, one has to be positive, so x plus, but the other has to be negative. So that's going to change it a little bit. All right, let's write down all our factors of 18. We have 1 and 18. We have 2 and 9. We have 3 and 6, 4 and nothing, 5 and nothing. So that's all of them. All right. One has to be positive, one has to be negative, and we have to add to a negative 3. Well, if I make this a positive 3 and this a negative 6, let's see, 3 times negative 6 gives me negative 18. 3 plus negative 6 gives me negative 3, so I know that's my answer. So x plus 3 times x take away 6. Let's check it through FOIL. X times x gives us x squared. X times negative 6 is negative 6x. 3 times x is 3x. And then 3 times negative 6 is minus 18, which simplifies to x squared minus 3x minus 18. So we know we're right. And now for the challenge. Who's ready for it? All right, so in this one, I'm going to rewrite it over here. We have negative 2x cubed minus 14x squared plus 60x. Now hold up. We only know how to factor second degree trinomials, but here we're given a third degree. So what do we do? Well, in 9.1, we learned that we can factor first if need be. So we can pull a negative 2x out of this entire problem, and we'd be left with an x squared plus 7x minus, what would it be, minus 30? Let me make sure that's right. Negative 2x cubed minus 14x squared plus 60x. Good. So now, what multiplies to negative 30 adds to 7? Well, let's look at our options. We have 1 and 30, 2 and 15, 3 and 10, 4 and nothing, and 5 and 6. And we know one has to be positive, one has to be negative because we multiply to a negative number. So which of those are 7 apart? If you scan through, you should see that 3 and 10 are 7 apart. All right, I want a positive 7, which means that this must be the negative 3. So I know that this will factor to x take negative 2x times x take away 3 times x plus 10. This is pretty jumbled together, so let me highlight our final answer. Our final answer is negative 2x times x minus 3 times x plus 10.